ended up with Iris defacing it basically.
Didn't we on it or something?
You had a stonemason in your group, yet you chose Iris decided to chip away at it for a bit.
The stonemason, no, the stonemason appreciated the stonework and didn't want to ruin it.
True. And then yes,
one of them has a duck on its forehead.
Yes.
Yep.
Graham drew a yellow duck, and then you all urinated on it, and then Thurwag licked the urine, and then you all had a rest.
Quality night.
Yeah.
I love it. When you condense it, it sounds really bad.
Well, it sounds
It's all part of the process.
You discovered the next room. You realised how to very easily break the trap in the next room.
I think I completely missed that bit because I
Just
kept
needed to
asking
go
about
through one at a time.
Don't all walk in at once.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh.
No. Because what happened is, the first person went in, and the doors shut. Aside from the last.
I think technically Simon broke his own trap, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because when Graham went in the first time, all the other doors shut except for the one that we were walking through.
No, because you walked.
This time,
apologies.
none of the doors shut, and so Graham just walked all the way across to where we wanted. And single file through.
Good.
I mean, it could be argued that the pressure plate is on the other entrance to the room.
This was noted. Cube Phil.
Yep.
It was noted that.
Yeah.
And then you guys went into the big middle chamber there, the Mercury fountain.
Middle. That means there's more on the other side.
Yeah. The big Mercury fountain and the pillars that whispered the similar song. You found
beach cave.
a mysterious beach cave, and you went forward into this room here, where we finished the evening. You guys, there were a series of dragon statues there.
Yes.
Statues.
It's the same dragon.
In the similar vein to the ones at the beach, in the beach cave.
There were no statues.
There were no dragons there.
I thought
But
there
there
was
were paintings
dragons
on the
depicted.
wall, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Paintings on the wall. Yeah.
But I can't see Ian or Phil.
I can't see Phil. Ian keeps on.
Ian's back.
Oh,
I can see everybody.
I have reconnected, but I can't see. I can't see Mike, Ches, or Simon.
I can only see half of Ches, but
I see all of you now. Yes,
that's a camera
It is the
issue.
good half.
It is the more handsome half, correct. And now
Reconnected. Just reconnected, so
Yeah, me too.
Stop
I can see
Phil. Can't see
everyone except for Phil. Yeah.
Well, I've just reconnected as well, so I'm probably still loading. It does take ages for everyone to show up.
spinning ever so slowly. Oh,
Oh,
Isaac's now a thumbs up. Yep.
Yeah, I
now
can
he's
see
back.
it. I can see Isaac.
Alright.
You're still spinning, Phil.
I just can't see
Phil.
Phil.
Happy Valley is not happy this evening.
I can
NBN
see
is
you,
down.
Phil. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's all that's needed.
That's all that
I
matters.
appreciate
The
it.
valley of
The
discontent.
the whole thing.
I think I'm
appreciate it.
currently modelling my beard after yours, I think. I just haven't quite got there with the greys, but other than that, yeah.
It helps with so many things. I had to get
You're
it
all
cut
back.
recently because I had a Teams meeting. I figured I'd better look presentable.
Oh, yeah.
That's overrated.
Yeah.
It sure is. It only took 10 minutes. It was not worth the money.
Fucking
You
hipsters
should've
making
just-
barbers expensive.
Yeah.
What happened to the $10 haircut?
Yeah. They don't
Now we
like
gotta
when you
pay.
ask that.
Women's prices of like $200.
I didn't ask for perm.
Actually, I have my character sheet. I've now gotten to the point where I'm not looking for Azratan in the character
Hey.
bit. So.
That's a win.
That's good.
Progress.
Someone asked me today, it's like, oh, how long have you been playing? And I was like, yeah, it's gotta be close to 4 years. And then I went back and I looked and I'm like, we're past the 4-year mark. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Since I started this stuff.
There are a lot of jealous people when I say I have a regular weekly D&D session.
I bet.
How long have you been doing it for? I was like, oh, a while now. At least 3.5 years. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. people
Been
are
doing it
jealous
long-
about.
Hear me talking about big elephants and stuff like that. Big elephants and goats and
Rabbits.
Seems more
dragons
reasonable
and rabbits. Do you want to just give me a
Manic-
couple of minutes?
Alright.
What do we call it? I feel like we called ourselves something. I feel like it was like
It's a
the
menagerie.
Yeah, the manic
Something about the
menagerie.
menagerie. Yeah. Alright. What do you guys want to do?
Where did we see any other things of interest in this room? So we saw the two dragons. Was there
No.
anything else that was?
No, not. There was the giant sort of mosaic on the back wall.
Let's go have a look at that. I'm just going to wander up.
Where are we? Let me just get my notes. Yeah, so it's a large maelstrom mosaic painting on the far wall. Impressive in size and scale, it's clearly a labour of love that has taken and devotion that has created this.
Does it give us any hints that it may want to animate like the cave in the beach?
Do any of you have detect magic or anything?
I was about to say, can I use my Eldritch Sight?
Yeah, you can use your Eldritch Sight on it.
Yeah. What
Eyes.
illuminates?
It kind of just has a non-glow. It's just like
No glow coming from anywhere.
entirely non-magical. This room is entirely non-magical.
Right. I'll just get
So
my
is-
Decrypto eyes and walk back to the other room because I forgot to look in there as well. Is there anything in here that lights up?
No, there is nothing in there that lights up. Just lots of, high level of craftsmanship in this that has gone to a lot of effort that's gone to create these areas. But
Anything on the dragons that looks like it could move or is missing or?
investigation check.
Where is it? There.
So you look over the dragons, and they look, pretty standard dragon statues. But you notice one key detail on these ones compared to all the other sort of dragon statues you've seen and pictures of dragons you've seen, and it kind of seems out of place. Crying, it's tears coming down there as you look closely at their faces. It's lines of tears coming down their face.
Well, that makes sense given the
There's
picture
no-
of it as a dragon who cried along over the island.
There's no moving parts on it. There's no you sort of like jimmying up on the arms, jumping on the tail. It's moving,
Runs all over that shit.
basically clambering over it, trying to find
He-
it. Move.
Do the tears look like they could be crystalline? Are they like?
They're carved into the stone as well.
Okay. They don't look too valuable then. They're just out of stone,
they're-
basically.
They're
They're
just
just
stone
stone.
carved. There's no
Yeah.
gems, jewels, shinies anywhere on them. They're just pure stone carved.
And were the statues exactly the same? They have the same dragon, but they're in different poses. Like
They're in different
one's
poses.
one's
Yeah.
like,
Pretty well. They're just in different random dragon poses.
but they're both crying.
There's more than two.
Both of them. Oh, all of the
Yeah.
dragons are crying.
Yeah, there are.
Many sad dragons.
There are two.
There are three.
Okay. Okay. And all are crying. Is there anything else?
Were there exits on this room or the previous room that aren't obvious on the map that we've discussed and I've forgotten about?
So the only exits that you guys have at the moment are door here, which is an open door. Iris, you stand there and you feel a cool breeze brushing past you. A door over this side here.
Okay.
Are you going in there, Ian?
Yeah, I'm going in there.
Iris is going in there.
She's wandering. She's in like explore. I'm not noticing my surrounds mode.
You kind of just have to disregard the artwork that's in this room a little bit. So, Iris, as you walk into
Dead person.
this room here, these are simple living quarters, long abandoned. There are some bunks, simple meal preparation area. There's a thick layer. The layering of dust is thick. At the end of a couple of the beds are some chests.
Like human torsos, you mean?
Oh, no, like trunk beds. Yes, despite all the breeze, the heavy sediment of ground stone, as opposed to dust. It's not really like it's just a noticeable breeze blowing on your face.
Alright. Well, she goes, hello, and will mage hand open the nearest chest.
Okay.
They're
They're unlocked. So
fantastic.
your mage hand opens one of them, the first one.
Yep.
You're gonna go over and look. Or
Yes. I go over and open. So after it's open, I go over and look inside and
Yeah.
discern its contents.
so the first one has some robes in it.
Robes.
Yeah.
Pretty like good robes, tatty, old robes.
So they look like in their heyday they would have been very fine robes.
Okay.
Next one.
Noted. Yeah.
Look in the next one.
I will do them as quickly as I can before the others get in here.
Okay.
No one knows where you
Do you
are.
want me
So
to whisper what's in them then, rather than
Sure.
announcing it over here?
Yeah, sure. Assuming that you don't hear a loud explosion and they explode. Yeah, absolutely.
it's literally clambering over the dragons, looking for shiny things.
So this other door, the other end of that, the mercury fountain that was locked.
This one here.
And door? Yeah, it was locked.
One down here, it was locked or just closed?
No, it was
Oh, you
closed.
guys didn't try to open it.
Can Zom try and open it?
Smash.
So to open it will be a. Where are we?
Dexterity check to turn the door handle.
Yeah, you go to open it and it's locked.
Is it clear by what mechanism it's locked? I.e. magical or with a key?
I mean, there's a keyhole there.
Okay.
You'll recall Iris saying that there was nothing magical in that room when she looked.
When she looked.
Her Eldritch
Yeah.
Sight.
Eldritch.
Oh, right, okay, yep. Still low. Suppose anyone's got knock or anything like that, do they? Do we have any means by which to pick a lock?
I know.
Iris, when you're finished over there, give this one a go. I know you're pretty crafty with the lock-picking skills.
You hear this just
I'll
this, like,
pick.
Thing that's in the chest, does Iris want to pick up? Or
Yep.
she wants to pick it up. So
Mhm.
that will be a dexterity check.
dexterity check to pick them up?
Well, they're old and frail,
Oh.
so
Oh, so okay.
need to be doing
Dexterity
it
check. Pick them
carefully.
up carefully. Oh. Yeah, just need to turn down. Yeah.
I mean, it's stone, Graham. You gonna try and break the stone with your dagger?
Actually, he's not trying to. It's just Graham being Graham.
Yeah.
He's just being a little monkey climbing around.
Ching, ching, ching.
No, fair enough.
Is that any better, anyone?
You're quiet, but
Just
we can
quiet
hear
all of
you.
a sudden.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's right.
Or is that better? I'm not sure.
Sounds the same.
We'll probably have to just hear you talking for a little bit.
I am talking just for a little bit. This is me talking, kind of talking, a little bit loud, a little bit quiet, a little bit better. How is this? I'll stick with this one. But I might boot the output volume now. Alright, that's it for me.
Ian, I just noticed you'll be moving right near to Dung Beetle Solutions Australia.
I did mention that,
Had that.
yes.
Simon already. Simon's
It'll
hot
come-
onto it.
It'll come in handy.
Now you've just doxed him for everyone. Oh my
They're a
god.
quality business. No one finer if you're looking for dung beetles in Adelaide, that's for sure.
All of Ian's simps on the YouTube subscribers now know roughly where he lives. They're going to stake out Dung Bill.
We have
Solutions.
to.
I actually wonder if they are playing the smart game and they also own a company called Dung Beetle Problems Australia.
Hey,
On the YouTube channel note, the Google Drive is nearly full.
Yeah, no, I got that. 94% full.
Isn't there like
Yeah.
50 gigs on it or something?
I should probably do something about that, eh?
There's about 10 options there.
Straight to YouTube.
Bob's going to try and stuff up with his hands one of the holes in the musical pillars.
The tune subtly changes, but still basically the same.
So when does it change?
As Bob stuffs his finger in the holes,
Oh, right.
Airwag comes over. Oh, Bob. Again. Yes. Actually, now that you've done that, this does. I mean, the melody, it's strange. It's very, very remotely familiar, but I do heard similar music before in some temples. But just, it is. Maybe. I don't know. It does. There's just some familiarity around it. It's just ever so slight.
So it's close to something that you might recognise.
and like I said last session, you guys recognize it in a way of that breaking the immersion. If someone described to you a song, then you had to write that song that they've described to you. That's how you would that's how you would sort of feel it.
It's a opponent song, right? So we just do a cover song on the thing.
Was there any significance between the green and the red on the pillars, or was that just some artistic?
No, that was two different people doing me and
Artistic
Graham,
license.
me and Mike doing the lines on the pillars.
Yeah.
So Thurwag, you're saying if we maybe try changing the pitch on these pillars, we might get the tune that you are more familiar with?
Oh. I don't know how much of a difference it will make, Bob, but it's having heard it a bit more, and it's just a haunting tune, isn't it? But it does. There's some similarities, just ever so slight, to some music that I can't put my finger on where I've heard it before, but it does sound like something that I've heard before.
Well,
Okay,
try
back
putting your
in,
finger on that
Avatar.
pillar and see if you make it sound more familiar.
I'll put my finger in your hole, shall I, Bob?
Yes!
Oh, it's made a high-pitched sound now. I'll remove.
4 years of this.
Now I don't need to go to the prostate doctor anymore.
Can we?
It started off serious.
So the columns shift around.
They don't.
No, I was just.
What happens if we block that slit at the top?
The volume of the music drops slightly.
Bob was treating the big pillars like a recorder and covering up the different holes to change the pitch to see if it. And Thurwag said the song sounded slightly more familiar.
Right. Can we play Greensleeves on it?
We can try. What's a roll for Greensleeves?
What's a green sleeves?
I think it's power word kill. Playing on a recorder.
Oh, nice. Yep. Okay. Green sleeves.
Down, 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 down.
Love you treat me wrong. Something to that effect.
Hmm.
Thurwag. I'm just going to try and conceal these
The things you have
items
found?
as best I can on my person. Say, Thurwag, are you familiar with the place called the Place of the Ancients?
Yes, I believe that's what we're in at the moment. Temple complex was referred to as the Place of the Ancients. Yes.
Oh, this place here is the temple of the Place of the Ancients.
Yes. Quicks told me about that. Yes, you'll recall the lizard folk shaman. Grew quite fond of.
Yeah.
Quite a wild one, that one.
Yeah, you two were getting quite chummy.
I wouldn't say
Did
chummy.
I detect a bit of a romantic relationship there?
Oh, romance is not an avenue I choose to pursue any longer. Heart belongs to my deceased wife, Iris. There's no one else, no room for anyone else there.
Bob will be greatly disappointed.
A comrade only, shall we say? Hey?
Sure. This room here seems to be quite empty.
What have we got in here? Oh,
I do see some old robes and whatnot.
robes, yes, and this empty chest over here is quite strange.
And I was wondering if there was anything that was in it, but perhaps not. Let's see.
Fascinating.
Is there anything else in here that you can see that might be?
I mean, there's just like a very simple temple living quarters. These sort of all over the world, all over the Isle of Wraith.
Okay. Alright, well, perhaps
Shall
we should
we-
move on then.
We continue looking, Iris.
Yeah, let's move on.
Shall we look this way, Iris? With this way up here.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, was this meant to happen? Sorry, I thought this was a very small room. It seems we have stumbled upon a secret entrance for a wagon.
The caves, Iris. It just looks like a cave, doesn't it?
I don't know. I thought this was a closed-in room.
No.
I did not know this extended to the door. I seem to have missed that when I came through and was looking.
Graham's just got to wander over because he can't
Yeah,
figure out
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else.
Perhaps with your great strength, Thorwag, you should lead the way, and
Of course,
I'll
Iris, of
inform
course.
the others that.
I
we're
mean,
headed
such
this way.
a young girl such as yourself. Of course, I'll take the lead here.
Yes, excellent, great work. All right, I'll talk to you in a second. And I'll just kind of slowly walk back down, just kind of whistling to myself, and I'll have another look at the scrolls that I found. Just kind of see if I can make out any more of them, and I'll just walk into the next room. And I'll just kind of like, as I'm looking at that, I'll just kind of look up, see what everyone else is doing, and be like, any luck with the doors on?
No luck with the door just yet. I'm slightly suspicious it's got something to do with this tune that's playing here.
Hmm.
Uh, a strength check for me, Graham, if you're going to be doing that.
Oh man, I rarely look at the bloody chat in the.
An immovable object, clearly.
Must be
Fist
20
brought
feet
down
thick.
men. If you're
We're
unable
not
to-
getting through this wall.
Phew.
This is a wall, not a door. We're not getting
Solid.
through this wall.
So they don't make oak like they used to, that's for sure.
Do you want me to try and see? Bob, what are you doing there? Are you trying to? What are you up to?
I've just
What's Rammer?
been randomly
holes.
covering up holes, but now that Thurwag's gone, he's like, oh, well, I don't even know what fucking tune it's supposed to play in the first place, so gonna try and play the brown note.
Oh, has anyone seen this room?
I think you have to increase the size of the hole to play the brown note, unless it's already playing.
Well,
Graham,
once
you,
stretch it out.
trip over a scroll, or you sort of push your foot into a scroll, you walk past and as your foot touches it, it sort of just disintegrates through its clearly ancient archment it's made out of.
Oh well. Keeps wandering, doesn't really pay any attention.
You look forward, look ahead, and you see the which the bit I forgot to say before, the cool breeze flowing in through the archway to the north of this room here, and its stale smell fills your nostrils.
Oh. Does it smell of anything in particular, or just stale air?
Stale air.
It smells like fair wet.
And
smells-
you look.
Smells like nostrils.
Thurwag is standing here. Graham, what do you think of this old boy? He, I just revealed a fair bit then, didn't I?
Did you?
No, we don't
I can't see
anything
anything,
different.
so.
No, you
Oh,
What
don't.
do you
yeah.
think of this?
Oh, yes.
What do you think of this old boy? Well, you think this looks safe? And the rickety-looking bridge ahead of you, crossing a huge ravine. Depths of which you cannot see in the faint light coming from the room that you're in. Walls of the room look natural, a cave, a vast cavern. flicker of movement in the corner of the room, and some bats take flight down into the depths of the cavern, disturbed by your intrusion into their nocturnal sanctuary. Bridge itself, ropes are frayed. It's missing a number of planks that do exist. They look relatively dry. You're not, at a quick glance, you're not sure if it will take your weight or not.
Graham's weight.
Anyone's weight. Thurwag's
doesn't
weight is
have
probably
weight.
the heaviest of the group. Well, Bomb was probably the heaviest of the group, and you're not quite sure if it would take his group.
Let's see. Oh. Oh no, I can only jump 24 feet. Damn it.
So close.
You can't. What do you know? You're a monk, aren't you? I was going to say you can't misty step or something like that. You can't like
it's
jump
like
and then misty step in the air.
it's like 40 feet, I think, or 35 feet or so.
Say it'd be 35 foot from solid ground to solid ground.
Graham's just thinking about how he could possibly.
Double jump.
Want to inspect the bridge?
He will. He just wants to.
Investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Pretty rickety. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe it could
this-
take your weight. Maybe yours. Who knows? Don't know.
Fair way.
That third plank looks
Um,
pretty crappy.
I'm just
So,
gonna
boy. Would you like me
gonna
to have a
pull
look
out
with you?
pull out my. So I'm gonna get some of my
Spots
pythons,
balls.
pitons, whatever they're called for climbing.
Yeah.
Gonna set up those, couple of those to secure myself in, I don't know, some suitable little bits there, and I don't know, somewhere around here.
Graham, I don't know, old boy. I think it looks pretty good, this bridge. I think. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have a bit of a closer look at it.
I'm gonna tie a rope to those, tie a rope around myself, and then just wander out onto the bridge. My rope is 50 foot, I think, so. Hang on, is it? Wait, do I have a rope? Hempen rope.
You step on the first. The creaking. The rope strains. Put your second foot on there. Doing it carefully or fast?
Oh, carefully for sure.
Put your second foot on there, trying to distribute the weight. Carefully, you're looking, and you can see the rope, like this dust, centuries of no use, just comes off it as you place a foot, and but it's firm. It holds your feet. Put your second foot on the next. You put your first foot back on the second run. Put a little bit of weight on your forward foot. Seems good. You wait on the third. You move up to the second rung. You put your foot on the third one. It snaps underneath you. You can thankfully reach the fourth plank. You put your foot on the fourth plank, and it seems fine. You look ahead, and you kind of go, yeah, okay. I can kind of see which planks are going to be good, which ones are not good. Push ahead, or
Yeah, he's gonna keep pushing ahead, but he's actually gonna. Yeah, no, he's gonna keep pushing ahead.
I mean, there's a few.
How far is the drop down?
Can't see. It's
Okay, so my rope's probably
bottom
not
of the
gonna.
ravine.
Yeah,
Greater
it's
than
gonna
one.
smack into the wall.
You would just smack into the wall.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you do a pretty good job, and you to the other side. A few nervous moments. A couple of the planks snap under your feet.
That is not what I wanted to do.
You cross the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna put a couple more. Oops. Of these things, and then just tie the rope off. So I've got a rope that goes all the way across. Cool. Yeah. No worries,
Look around,
Fairwag. It's fine.
look around in here.
Yeah, already on it. Already on.
Yep. So there's across the bridge, the cave continues, and the darkness as you're crossing the bridge, it gets more and more intense. The shadows overtake you, they overwhelm you. With the only light filtering in via the doorway to your south from the resting quarters that you recently left. The cave opens up briefly. The other side here.
Mm-hmm.
So you got dark vision?
I can turn it on.
Oh, no, like that's a thing that Graham has.
Yes. Well, only
He
if
has
he
Monkey
if he
abilities.
chooses to use it.
I'm presuming
Yes,
he would
he can.
choose to use it here.
Yeah.
So the walls of here appear unmarked and natural. There's a small step ahead of you. A grey thing there is a step up. It's sort of it's actually about your height. You'd have to sort of climb up onto it.
First, Graham touches himself, and then he casts dark vision.
And you can see. You can see what's there now. So if you want to get up to the next level, you'd need to climb up there.
Yeah.
And then there's a really.
He's just going to stop, and he's going to listen. Is there anything he can hear? Is whistling of the wind? It's pretty strong.
Wind whistling, and you're looking around for the source, and then as you're looking around, there's a small, about as wide as sort of the palm of your hand. It's tiny, really. This hole in the wall, and as you sort of like flick off night vision, presume you can kind of flick off night vision back on again, and you see that there's actually light, like a very dull light coming through there.
I imagine that was just like there.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. Pretty well.
So Graham's going to go and look closer. It doesn't sound like there's any other creatures around that he can tell.
No. And you sort of look through there, and you can't really see through it, but you do see that there's sort of like a tunnel, like a natural.
Does it seem like it goes passageway up, or he's going to pull out his little mirror on a little thing?
Down.
Okay. He's going to pull out his little mirror on the stick and see what he can see. Put that in there.
You can't really see the passageway. So you do see like a light, dull light coming through here, and your assumption would be that this chamber ends here, but there's further chambers below, which may be accessible from elsewhere. Anything else you'd like to do to the hole?
I wish I had something that he didn't care about. No. I've got some crab meat.
Want to do anything else to the hole? Like, you sort of stuck your head down there. Roll an investigation check. I'll help you.
Please.
So you pull your ear to it because you think, well, I can't see much further on here. Maybe I can hear something. And you listen, and you sort of like just let the silence of like the surrounding room envelop you, and you focus on just the sound. Just hear the very, very faintest sound of water, like a creek or a river or a waterfall or some sort of flowing water in this chamber beyond that you found a small glimpse into.
Okay.
You turn away from the small hole, and not sure how you missed it the first time around, but in this spot, just here, the dried up, desiccated corpse.
Is it humanoid? Look like it could have been a hero.
It has it's hard to say.
Take
Roll
his
a-
corpse back to the
Roll
wall.
roll a perception. Roll perception.
Graham considers taking the corpse back to the wall and interrogating them. Is this one of your heroes?
So you look at this corpse before you, and you're like going, oh, why is there a dead body here? Like, what the fuck? Why would there be a dead body in the middle of this random cave? Then you like step back and you're like, well, why would someone be here? So there were like acolytes back at that wall, and you look at it and you're like, back at like the temple, the monk temple you were at, there were like, when you were younger, before you came here, before you were exiled, there were acolytes there at the temple as well. They wore these sort of flowing robes. They walked around like hooded over and like muttering chants and stuff. And you look at this guy and you're like, oh, he's got like a pretty long robe on as well. Must be some sort of temple acolyte, would be your assumption.
How does he look like he died?
I mean, he is
Boredom.
dry. He's crisply dry. Similar to the lizard folk statue guy in the middle of the Hero's Rest. They're sort of like shriveled up.
Is it in burnt or just dried? Did you say dried?
No. Yeah, he's like a
Shriveled.
skeleton with like dried skin on it.
Yeah, okay. Graham's going to quickly rifle through the remains, see if there's anything there of worth.
Yeah.
Um,
In investigation.
can barely find a rib cage.
You're like rummaging your hand and like you you sort of like as you're patting him down. Like there's got to be something on these. Like I know these monks don't carry much stuff. These acolytes don't carry much stuff. And you're like, oh, what? Be something. And then like as you turn, you feel there's a bit of string in his neck that you catch. You sort of like just like rump as you're leaving him alone, basically. And a key. You see a key fall to the ground.
He's going to pick that up and have a look at it.
It's a brass key.
Does it look like it would fit in any of the doors I've seen to date?
Wisdom
temple?
check. Wisdom check.
Bloody wisdom.
Who knows, man? Who knows? There's so many different types of keys and locks.
Did the
Who knows?
and there was nothing else. No.
There's 6. There's nothing else on him.
Yep. Does he even have any rags left?
As you're patting
does he
him
have
down,
anything?
he's like you. I mean, you don't really care much for like clothes and robes and stuff. But as you're patting him down, you're like, oh fuck, man, that's a smooth robe as it disintegrates under your skin, under your touch, basically. And there's nothing there,
Just a pile of dust.
basically.
Okay, well, Graham's just going to put the key around his neck. It's on a lanyard, right? Was the lanyard in good condition? It hasn't fallen apart, or the key just falls to the ground?
It snapped as you
Okay.
sort of like.
Put it in one of his many pockets. And Graham's going to start wandering back. If there's nothing else that he can see around here, there's nothing. It's basically just the end here. It's just a cave. Nothing else he can see.
This is a dead end with a sort of a natural sort of
Yeah.
hole in the wall here that kind of leads to another passageway or another chamber that you can't get to from here. So you'll have some way to make yourself very small.
I mean, I'm already pretty small, but
Or you are already pretty small, but not that small.
okay. Well, I'm gonna wander back over. Hey, Thurwag, just found a key.
Boy?
Key, a brass key.
We just need to find a lock.
There's also a weird hole in the wall
Hole?
where the wind's coming from. It leads down.
Hmm. Fascinating. Worth me coming over and having a look, old boy, or not really?
Yeah, you're the expert around here.
All right,
Pop over,
wait
buddy.
there, wait there, and he just carefully sort of legs it across to here. As you describe, a hole. Interesting. I mean, judging from
Graham.
the
Yeah, yeah.
light, another chamber down there, I would think, but we get to it, well, I guess would be as good as mine.
It's very strange. And see the acolyte over here? I think he's an acolyte. He must have missed his calling at the wall.
What on earth has happened to his robes?
It's like that when I found it.
Fascinating. I hope when must have been the bats or something that were in here before.
Probably. Yeah, there was, around. Yeah.
So Ag goes and sort of kneels next to him.
Anything to see over there? I haven't looked.
Just a moment, and he sort of looks like uttering a prayer or some kind. Just sort of puts his hand on his head. Very well, let's go, shall we? It's nice to give these poor folk who die alone a bit of guidance to get to the maelstrom. I feel. Never know if they got there or not.
Okay, well, let's go back. Fairwag, you go first.
Yes, perhaps I could go first, just in case it collapses. I think you're more suited to get across than I. And he sort of runs across. Yours, boy.
Graham's going to pick up all his climbing gear, attach himself to his rope, and then wander across again.
Jolly good. Lost a few of those bridges in my time, and I don't care for it. I tell you that much, Graham. As Thurwag comes back here, he sees the sort of the damaged scroll on the ground. Oh no! If only this was readable, I'm sure it would offer a wealth of knowledge. Such a shame. Such a shame.
It's that pile of dust. What are you talking about?
Bob, how's the whole fingering going?
I can play lots
Graham's
of...
going to tell everyone about the hole in the wall and where the wind's come. Observed
Perhaps you could put
through the hole.
your hand in it.
How deep could you see the hole? Could you see the end of the hole?
Didn't see the end, but I could see some light. It goes down. It's too small to get down there.
What do you think could fit?
A rat? What was the biggest thing that could fit down there, do we think? DM?
It's hard to say.
A
Like
living,
I said,
a snake?
potentially.
A sprite?
Potentially.
Yeah, an Alexa?
That would be worth giving a go first, I think.
As opposed to you wild shaping it into something.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Or using gaseous form to go through. Because, of course, if something is on the other side, then pretty stuck. Oh, I could come back straight away, I guess.
I just want to say that I've been hanging out here with Grandma, trying to figure out what he's been up to this whole time.
Just been studying the walls, waiting to maybe do a history check or something to see if anything we didn't pick up on in here.
Do a history check.
I can. And just enjoying the quiet away from you, Mum. History! Oh.
Rolling well tonight.
Whew, those are impressive dragon statues, Ramrod.
Yeah.
There's nothing nothing else to glean from the statues or the walls in here at all, DM?
There's not a keyhole in sight.
Standing there, Graham, there is a keyhole straight in front of you.
Graham wanders off. So Graham pulls out the key, looks at it.
The
Here
key-
goes nothing. Snaps the key off. Shit. Oh. He kind of stands to the side of the door because he's a little bit sus on.
Cautious. Like
Yeah.
the Jade Face has had said there are no traps in them.
Only tests of faith.
Only tests
Yeah.
of devotion and faith. Yeah.
A true believer would be able to overcome this poison dart.
Are you going to open the door? You open the door?
Yeah, he's
Nothing-
gonna
nothing
push it
dark
open
down.
with the toe of his spear.
Should open. Swings open. It's like a little hallway.
Okay, he's gonna listen. He's gonna look. Does he see
Roll,
anything? You want
roll a-
perception or an
perception.
investigation?
roll perception.
25.
Water running. Water. They're real faint, but there's water running.
Ramrod,
real faint.
are you peeing? Oh no, that's coming from in here. Nothing else. He's gonna pop in.
I'm still dripping from drowning the other day.
He's just gonna poke his head around the corner. What's going on here?
This is a room full of tables. Does anyone want to come with
See
Graham,
over
or
the
is
top of
Graham doing this alone?
guys. I can't see the top of these tables. Can someone come and Have a look.
You can
Boost
see
me up.
You can see the top of the tables as you walk in here, and
oh, the low
Um,
tables.
Here you go.
Are they like at this height for me?
They'd be like this height for you. And
Very low
there's
tables.
look at the tables and there's scenes atop of them, and you look at the statues and like, these are really familiar looking statues, and you recall that in that first temple you went into with Thurwag, there were the little statuettes of the lizard folk on the table there. You're like, these are the same style as the carving and the faces and the painted stylistic painting on them. It's a similar style.
That was written in line, right? In that other temple? Was that the one?
Ones
Or was
where
they the ones that I
each
smashed?
they each had a part of the
An organ?
key.
Yeah.
There was like a round bit, and there was like a key, and there was
Yeah.
you used them to open the door.
We
But
smashed
you're
them
looking at
last
these,
time.
looking at these statues, and you notice that there's one that's fighting a giant multi-headed beast. Zom, you look at one and you're like, it's quite interesting the way it's been designed. It's kind of like this, it's like blue painted stones. And they're sort of, it's quite cool the way they've done it. It looks as if the blue painted stones are water. It's sort of coming up to a village that's on a hill, and these statues one of the statues is sort of carrying two smaller statues, and you can kind of interpret that as that maybe this bigger statue is rescuing these little smaller statues from a flood. There's
Is this as potentially a giant?
oh, not a
Or is
giant.
it-
No, they
Okay.
just look kind of like lizard folk, really.
Oh,
Similar
okay.
like lizard folk to the carvings, the statuettes that you'd seen before. There's one table's got a jaguar, quite a big jaguar, and there's some smaller lizard folk at the back of the statue, and then there's a larger lizard folk with a big spear standing between the jaguar and the smaller lizard folk. There's one where there's a lizard folk that's quite badly wounded. Statue's kind of broken in half, and there's another one there that's got some leaves and stuff, and looks like it's trying to heal it maybe. There's another where there's like a skeletal-looking statue, and there's other lizard folk, a bag of berries and food. And then finally, the largest one has a king, lizard folk with a throne, and he's got a crown, and some smaller lizard folk like playing around his feet. Be like hard to interpret, but
Is that a door to the north?
there's a door to the north. It's not a door; it's an archway. The figures appear movable, like they're not fixed in their spot. Look like they're
Are
to
they-
be played with.
Are there particular positions on the tables? Are there like any markings
look-
out on the table?
They each they each sort of have a diorama depicting a scene atop a table, and
Is
they
it-
all appear to be rather heroic acts that they're depicting.
Are they large statues?
Like I said last time, they're probably be a little bit bigger than this beer can.
Like they would fit
Somewhere
into the
between.
holes in the other room?
Yeah, I was going to say, do they appear as though they have anything to do with the sound room
No, not.
or
I think
any?
you're shaking your head. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can't actually see Simon.
I can't you?
Okay.
Do you want me to reconnect?
It's probably
Uh,
Phil.
Yeah,
Try reconnecting.
I can't see you either, Mike.
Yeah, I can see everyone but you, Phil.
Yeah, same here.
I'll try reconnecting.
I've
Yeah, I've
noticed
tried.
we're a very colourful bunch this evening. All our clothes are very colourful.
Yes,
Phil.
black and white. Black and white.
Still
Oh
can't see
yeah,
Phil.
these
This
are.
would be a good soundtrack to Dungeons and Dragons, I think. I would recommend putting on Hold Your Children Close and Pray for Oblivion.
I mean, I do that on the daily.
Yeah,
But you mean the music?
yeah,
No,
that's the song. Yeah,
Hold your children close and pray to oblivion. That's Christian rock, isn't it?
It sounds charming.
mm.
That was on the
It
third
is.
free album. Positive.
If others are thinking Bob will go back and do the tidy up, so he goes back to the bridge, gives Alexa a torch, sends her down towards lower down this pit, 100 feet or so, or till she sees anything, nothing interesting.
The ravine here.
Yeah.
She goes down and she just keeps going and she keeps going, and goes a long way, and there's not really anything she can see and really reach the bottom. Just keeps going, and eventually she does reach the bottom, and it's just sort of a stony couple of skeletons, animals, or humans,
Any heroes?
humanoid skeletons. Hard to tell, but there's nothing really you would not expect down there. Sort of, it goes for maybe 10, 15 feet either side. Nothing really down there.
Right. Bob will cross the bridge, trying to follow in the disturbed footprints of Graham,
Yep.
calling Alexa back up. So there was another hole over here, was it?
See the green there?
And send her
There's a
down in
hole.
there with the torch again?
How big is she?
Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Sprite.
Sprite size.
Just going to go and grab another beer.
Right.
0.61 meters, 2 feet. I don't know.
So would she turn around if she wasn't able to? Would she try and force herself through, or would she turn around? Do you think?
Is this the crack hole or the
Got-
other hole that was... Because wasn't the crack over this side and this was a different one that Graham just couldn't see anything down?
This hole here was about the size of the palm of a hand.
Ah, okay.
She could probably get in and weasel her way through, crawl through a bit.
I
It gets a bit narrower.
dismiss and resummon her within 10 feet if I can see 10 feet on the other side of the hole. Like if it's like a short
you
hole.
wouldn't be able to see. You wouldn't be able to see 10 feet. You can kind of see, and she kind of weasels her way through, and you can tell from the way she's crawling that maybe it sort of doubles back upon itself as it goes down. And
Oh,
but she's weaseling. You just.
Are you stuck? Are you stuck, Alexa?
A bit.
Ah. Alright.
But she's.
Just dismiss her to the back to the Feywild, and then summon her back next to me.
I think I could get through, Master.
No, too late.
Can't
You had
get
your chance, bitch.
She have a stat card.
We did something for her.
Dexterity is 18.
Plus 4.
18. Jeez. Pretty dexterous.
Her strength is 3.
She is. So I just rolled for her dexterity.
Tank.
D20 is 1.
She's unable to get through there. Her 5.
God damn it! I'm gonna have to install an update on you.
She got further. She got further than you could see, and what she described was, yes, there's a. I could see. Just couldn't get to it, but it looks like there's another chamber down further. But I was unable to eagle through the hole before it got too small for me.
And was there another crack or something in this room, or that was it?
That was kind of it. There was sort of like a. Yeah. No, that was it.
Okay. Oh well, we better go catch up with everybody else, see what they're doing. Maybe they've figured out these wind things by now. Holy shit, the door's open. They did it.
You could have gotten through had that my D20 been better. I was all set for her to get through there, but oh well. So you guys are in this room of tables with these scenes, little statuettes doing heroic things atop them. Door ahead of you is open. The door ahead of you is open.
They all appear heroic, though. None of them are even slightly unheroic.
I mean, kind of look at them and you're like, okay, well, this guy's fighting a giant beast.
With Alexa.
This guy's fighting a giant beast. This guy's rescuing some people from a flood. This guy's protecting these kids from this giant jaguar. This guy's trying to fix someone who's wounded. This guy's feeding someone who's emaciated. This guy looks like he's a king, but he's still caring for his children. They're all relatively good heroic deeds.
Oh, that's nice. What's in the next room? Graham's going to poke his head just around the corner.
Dragons.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering all of that. Is there like a list of what the statues are that you can just copy and paste so we can have a look?
Or is it unimportant?
It's never unimportant.
That's the crux of them. I elaborated upon them a bit. Amrod, do you want to burst into this room here?
Again?
Yes.
If the DM is asking, then yes, you do.
Hey, I know you didn't mention it, but would you like to burst through the room here?
With the
I mean, it's not really. Would you like to
Does the
carefully
door
enter this room?
Does the door open or is it locked?
There is no door.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a stone
Oh, it's just-
archway.
Okay. Yep. I'm in.
You enter this room here,
Will do.
and you notice these 6 statues ahead of you
Oh,
here.
cool. Okay. Tell me about these 6 statues.
So, there are 3 pairs of statues.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
First pair is a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Second pair is a humanoid. Eagle-looking, long, flowing hair, long robes, flowing robes.
Mm-hmm.
Is the third one a cat?
The third one is indeed a large, jungle-looking cat, similar to what the one you had encountered in the jungle.
Okay. I'll let everybody know what's going on. Do I see anything else in this room? Anything of
Investigation,
interest?
investigation check. You notice a nameplate on all of the statues. Creator, Synth. These are like
Created himself.
well, it's like the creator, and then underneath that is Synth. These are like beautifully carved statues. These are probably Ramrod's been to a lot of temples in his day. Traveling around with his dad. He's seen a lot of statues, and these are among the most beautifully carved ones. There's no ornate wealth associated with them. There's no encrusted gemstones. There's no frivolous wealth embedded in these. You can tell that the people who created these they felt they didn't need to add wealth to them. They just the pure devotion of making beautiful statues for the creator god was all that was required to make a thing of beauty for these statues. Serious artisans lived in this temple complex. Serious artisans.
Is there anything about any of the statues that looks like or is movable?
You could do with the 19. I will just carry that one forth. Sort of look up and you're like, wow, these are amazing statues, and you think, okay, well, maybe they move, maybe they do something. You're poking, you're prodding, you're pulling like the tail. Looks like it might be a lever. You pull it, it's fixed. You sort of feel around the plinth that they're standing on. There's no buttons. There's nothing really there. There doesn't appear to be any sort of mechanism attributed to these statues. They do appear to be purely ornamental.
And they're in pairs. Are they looking at each other? Like as if
You can
I
kind
was
of
moving
like
between?
you can kind of see like how they're orientated similarly to how these, like, I think it's like an owl, a snake, and a frog there looking at each other. And it kind of feels like it's a walkway. Through these statues is a walkway. The ground is sort of a bare stone.
The walkway.
The walls carved, cave, natural looking, chiseled out of a cave. Maybe it could be natural. It's hard to say, but it's not a lined room like the one you've just come out of.
Okay. And the rest of the room?
Yes,
Any
stone.
other exits?
There's an exit just ahead of you.
Hey, Ramrod.
So,
Hey.
you're around the corner. Passageway. Little cheeky little passageway there. You can hear and smell water now.
Okay. Yeah, well, let everybody know what's going on in here, and if you want to have a look. I can't see anything that does anything.
It
Just more
feels-
statues.
Cold, wet, damp.
An
warm, dry.
Arcana or history check. You choose which one you want to do, but it will be with advantage. I mean, you've been to a lot of temples. You've seen a lot of religious ceremonies. You feel that this is probably the way these have set out in like lining this pathway, the way they're so beautifully carved, and seeing the path sort of curl around into like another chamber. You're like, and it sort of goes down a bit of a slope. You're like, this is probably a ceremonial path. This way would be. This would lead to a ceremonial path.
Ceremonial
just gonna
path,
come.
though, leading to the tables, though, right?
Well,
The entrance.
it's hard to say. You didn't look you didn't look too far around the corner to see what's in the next room. So it's sort of like a path going down, and you kind of heard, sensed, smelt, felt all wet water ahead of you, but you weren't sure what.
What you seeing over there, Ramrod?
Why are you talking like that?
What's going on here?
Have a look. Just these lovely statues. And there's a path down here that leads to water.
Hmm.
We all move up.
Is that what that is? Hey, Thelwag! Bob! Maybe he's just going to telepathically scream at them to come. I think I have to be able to see them.
Telepathically scream.
Zom can follow you.
You're following down that way. Sorry. So turning the corner. Reveal it for you.
Oh.
Put it up there, Ramrod. Zom.
Turning the corner, a large cavernous area opens before you. As you enter, you feel the cool, fresh water lapping at your feet, Ramrod. It seems to have a flow to it, moving away from you towards the back of the cave. Unable to see the full distance of the cave, you can hear running water, flowing water. It sounds as if there's at least one waterfall in the far distance. Just briefly, however, flow of water sounds subtly different. It breaks ever so slightly. A different sort of sound can be heard now. Not so much water running, but a splashing sound. A large splashing sound. And then in the distance you see
So something just playing around in the water?
yeah, movement. Massive movement in the darkness ahead of you.
Splashing daily.
A huge form appears from the darkness. Sort of a single snake head appears in the distance, and you can see its body huge and reptilian. Another head appears. Another. 5 in total. Immediately aware of your intrusion into its domain, moves towards you. Feast.
Fellas, I think you
Flesh.
better get forwards into here, please.
Something that
We
does
we
not
might have
have-
found something.
Oh, is it shiny?
is my... For a long time. something to eat. Or roll for initiative, please.
It's lasted this long without something to eat. Could probably go a bit longer.
Oh no, we didn't find out about the heroes that came in before.
I only recognise you as dinner.
We didn't ask if there was any other enemies, did we? Did we ask the wall anything along those lines?
Only about traps. I
trap.
think.
You asked if there were
Yeah.
traps, and there weren't any other traps, unfortunately.
This is a test of faith.
This is a test of your faith and devotion.
So
Do
if we just
any
tell
of
it
us
we
know?
believe in synth.
As you see the huge beast before you, Ramrod, you go, ah yes. This is a sacrificial pathway that I am now looking at. It's very much
yeah.
clear.
I remember now.
Now that
That's
I'm
what it was.
thinking, piecing these bits together,
Yeah,
this is probably
I have
like
seen
a
this kind of thing
sacrifice.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human
Do any of us
sacrifice.
know what this might be? Would any of us have any idea?
End game is what it is.
All roll a nature check if you want.
I know not of your
Because we're-
story. I only recognise you as dinner.
Because we're all answering a call of nature right now in our pants.
Your panties are now moist. I think it's kind of weird because Ramrod, you're standing like ankle deep in water, but your pants are wet, and you can't quite work out why the top of your pants are wet, but your feet.
This water is warm.
It's cold on my feet and warm at my waist. I don't get it. Graham, you've heard stories of these mystical beasts before. And Zom, you've read stories of five-headed monsters or adventures and heard tales of, at the tavern, adventurers. Zom have been to Luskan?
Ooh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Guys, come on. If we kill this thing, we'll get into the Adventurers Guild in Luskan.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Zom had been in Luskan, he would have heard of this adventurers guild that he could enter if he killed a particular five-headed beast. But you never got there
That
to
place was only open for a couple of days.
pay the entrance fee. Well, I mean, this is many years later.
That's true.
The scam could have been pulled again.
Grift continues
Damn
in
likely.
perpetuity.
Uh,
So,
Would I know anything specific about it?
I mean, you would know it by name of a Hydra, know it as a many-headed beast, and that it is a formidable foe, shall we say.
I'll relay that to the others, simple as that information that may be.
See a picture of it.
And plus, we see a picture of it.
It's a really cool depiction of a Hydra.
Ooh, I like that.
That is a very good one.
That
You're in a
is-
jungle, so I thought like the snake kind of thing.
It's the Brontosaurus with King Cobra head.
Snake heads. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Hmm.
Man,
Damn.
Well, it's just a good
There's a
thing
dragon
that
out
this
there?
thing wasn't on the other side of the bridge where Graham went wandering by himself.
Graham immediately thinks of a dragon, the dragon statues. He's like, "What? A dragon? I've never seen one of those before." Pokes his head. Hang on, where? Can you see it from there? Or is this-
ahead of you is a wall,
Yeah, that's what I
stone
thought.
wall. So only there's 3 spots here, there, where Ramrod is and where Zom is.
Yeah, where was I? There.
Parkour.
Oh, hang on, let me see if you would be able to catch there. Yeah, okay. I'll say from here you can just make out its edge.
Where?
The spot that you're measuring from.
Oh, oops. Yeah. All right. He's gonna go. Hang on. How many? Yep. Cool.
You could
I'll
also
pop
enter
there.
the water from there if you wished.
Okay. He's gonna take a little step into the water. See the dragon. What he
It's cool.
believes is a
It's
dragon.
nice, cool water. Salty. It's fresh water. It's nice and
It's-
cool. It's if you weren't faced with your imminent doom, you would probably enjoy having a little swim in there.
Probably.
You are faced with your imminent doom, so you're not.
Yeah, let's not do that. Graham's like,
Song now.
oh shit. And yeah, he's gonna do it. He's at 3.
Magic missiles, and that's they just auto hit, don't they?
Yeah,
Is that 20 points of damage or 10?
20.
I understand this. Me?
20. Yep.
You see the missiles shoot across the water. Hear the thud of you've become associated. You've sort of learned to recognise of magic missile hitting flesh. Are you going to do anything else?
Like, move back there.
Wise choice. Iris, you're up. Have a think about what you want to do, guys. I'm going to the toilet and I'm going to get some food.
Iris just here shouting. Isn't really sure what's going on.
I say we kill it.
I say we
Secure his first dragon.
befriend it and adopt it as a pet.
Excellent.
So this was, there are 6 statues in the other room. And the first one is fighting giant multi-headed beast. Just putting that out there, don't know what it means. That's it.
That's the first challenge.
We've rescued a
Yeah.
family of lizard folk from a bear.
It's true.
We've tended
We stood between
wounded.
a jaguar and a smaller lizard, well, a weaker person. Their way.
And we fed Graham.
Offering food to an emaciated looking figure. Have we done that?
I don't know if we have done that.
If we've seen an emaciated person, we definitely have not offered them food.
We've seen a king lizard folk sitting on a throne, but we kept smacking him in the face while he was trying to eat.
But I don't know. Didn't we what about when we killed the hunter? A king sitting on his throne. Was there a king then?
That was
Or was he just a chief?
Chief.
Chief, the lizard folk. I mean, that's poor
Yeah.
king.
On the beach, it was a king on the throne, but with smaller lizard folk, but it wasn't children playing. It was sold to us
He's
as
a dickhead anyway.
tiny lizard people. But he's dead too.
Yeah. Yeah, we heroically killed him. So
Don't think I can get any closer. In which case,
Oh man.
Foxy, can you hear me?
he gone. He's peeing.
Yeah, but sometimes he takes his mic.
That's true. Usually we can listen to him pee though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm missing out on all that glorious action. Alright,
Uh-huh.
well, I guess I'll just, actually,
Well, he said we could hear running water before, so
And I could hear running water when I was at the other hole.
60 feet, okay.
now how far away can I get?
So,
Alright.
What's 120 feet?
Right. How we going?
we're all dead.
I am going to cast Mind Sliver at it. So I need to make a intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Hail Hydra.
It fails, it takes 2d6 damage, which is I need to roll on the d6. So it takes 8 points of damage, and it has a -2 to its next saving throw that it makes for the end of my next turn. And as my bonus action, I can't remember what I can do for a bonus action. Can I do full dread with my bonus action? As a bonus action, yeah. So I'm gonna transform into my form of dread because this thing looks like it's not fucking around. So I'm gonna gain 1d10 plus my warlock level in bonus hit points. Fuck. An extra 6 temporary hit points. And that really helps with my immune to frightened condition because I do not want to be terrified of this thing. Okay, that's it from me. Bobby Kane.
Bob's gonna see it and be like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Thanks, I hate it," and hex it as a bonus action.
Do you want to be able to see it first?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm in the doorway.
No, you're not.
No, there's a wall,
There's a wall.
Oh,
right
there's
there.
a wall.
and then another one there.
Ah, but then I can't bravely run away.
Graham bravely ran away.
I know,
What?
right?
Well, hang on. What about if you stood here next to Zom? Would that still count? Would you be able to see it from there?
Peek.
I think we established that you could,
Right.
From here?
potentially.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
as in
the
that-
point. What is the range of hex? I should actually make sure I'm 90 feet. That's easy. I don't know.
Right, so you've hexed it.
I'll give it disadvantage on intimidation, just for shits and giggles.
Intimidation.
I don't know. I'm assuming I have to pick one out of the list. If I'm going to pick one, then that seems like I don't think it's going to try and stealth on us.
No, probably difficult.
And then poking my head around the corner, I'll give it the old Bob Kane 1-2.
X-Blast. $28.
Assume hits.
28 is still not a crit.
Yeah, it's still not a crit. It'd be a 19 he rolled. 10 points,
Oh my god.
plus your d6.
Plus the hex. And the second one. Six. Plus the hex. And I push him back however far I can push him with the 2 hits of 20 feet if he's got room.
Can you do that with huge beasts?
Apparently I can do it with dragons, so don't see why not.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Move the wall so I can be 120 feet away? No, that's all good.
Wow.
Or do
Alright.
I step back so that somebody else can poke their head around the corner, I guess?
Okay. Hydra's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How's getting around all these like stalagmites?
Oh, it's just smashing through them.
Oh. Does that mean it's difficult terrain for it?
No, it doesn't. Now what does he want to do? Gonna dash
Oh, man.
to there. That is the end of his turn. Can't bite because he dashed. just charging
Oh,
in
God.
there. Dom, you're up.
All right. Well, I'll do my famous move of fungal staff and bung a few. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there because they have to be on solid ground, so I can only put them where there's the stone shit. And then I will cast it so it covers roughly sort of 1, 2, 3. Alright, Jesus, it's actually something like that area. Is that right? That seems too big. That's 20. Yeah, that's right.
20-foot radius. Very good.
Yep.
Be casting.
Right, I will do. Let's close that. I will do insect plague. Let's give that one a go.
Stack all those heads.
5. Ooh, that's a bit better.
Yeah.
Insect plague DC 15. Oh god.
Is that a save though? Does he have to -2? Still makes it
Yep.
though.
Yeah.
Still makes
Way
it,
to,
yeah.
way to waste my mind, Sliver. So, that's right.
But that's still way to waste what?
My -2. That's right.
Mind Slither. That's 2 on his saving throw.
Ian had all these cool
Okay.
things lined up on his turn, but can't do it now.
Can't
He's got
do it
Zom stuff
now.
in his mouth and he can't do shit.
Alright, so that's going to be
Is
14
it- is-
points.
14 points, yeah. Is it not better to attack?
No,
I mean,
it's good. It's good. I was just joking.
can we force him back somehow?
When
Someone
you
else?
see it,
'Cause
when you see its huge form now, you notice that you've already inflicted a number of wounds upon it. There's blood coming out of it. The water before you is red with its blood. Still terrifying, massive, and just before you.
I think that's all Zom can really do for the moment.
Right.
Yeah. My speed was reduced by 10, wasn't it, because of my armor? Is that right? With 10?
Correct.
Alright, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself, which I don't know how to adjust my armor class for that.
You just click on it and add 2.
Okay.
Or if
Cool.
you-
Just don't forget to drop it back.
Yeah, you could, in your temporary hit points, I'm not sure if you can add +2 or something like that. Can you add an actual plus symbol? And that might remind you, because you'll see that and just go, oh yeah.
Okay.
Of course, if you've actually got temporary hit points, I don't know what the fuck you do.
I'll just add it in the red box.
You can do it in that global AC modifier. You could make a value for Shield of Faith and tick it on and off.
There's the global AC modifier.
If you've turned it on under the cog.
Yeah, I think I did that.
Global AC modifier. Oh, I've never actually noticed that one.
Global attack modifier. Oh yeah, global AC modifier. That's where I've got my tattoo.
Yeah.
Shield of Faith. Oh, somebody just did it. Yeah, that'll work. Turn that on. Alright. And then I'm going to fist bolt straight past him. probably through his legs or something or other.
Into the swarm of insects.
Is that what that is? Insects everywhere.
Circle
Is
is
that-
a
Is that a problem for
insect
me?
plague of swarming, biting locusts.
Yes, it would be a problem for you.
Right,
Depends
well
if you
then,
make your
let's-
save.
I eat insects for breakfast. I will
Does that give him advantage?
come up to here, swing a couple of my rapier, whatever I can reach. Nope, okay. Alright. Well then, I'm going to... Can I go here? Behind that wall? Like, or next to that wall? Is that a space that's allowed? To go back up in here?
No. Oh, you're on
Can't
mute,
hear
Simon.
anything you're saying. DM.
I had my little mute button on. You are sort of, if you're in those squares, you're in the water, flush up against the wall, hunched up against it.
Yeah, is that okay? Can I do that?
Oh, perfectly fine.
I just want to get away from him, moving out of his presence. Is he going to take an attack of opportunity on that if I move?
Yes, he will.
Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted.
You know, wiggle your little rabbit tail sticking out of your plate armor while you're...
Yeah, so I am going to use shield as my... Oh, it's not a reaction for me, is it? It's a reaction for him.
You use shield as a reaction,
Yes, my,
Yeah,
yeah, it's my
and
reaction.
and I am using a reaction as a attack
Yeah.
of opportunity.
Yeah, sure. No worries.
Each head the Hydra has behind one, or gets an extra reaction that can only be used for opportunity attacks.
Cool. So I'm just trying to taunt him and scream and shake my bunny tail at his face to
I believe I get 4
Distract.
attacks of opportunity.
go for your life.
You get 1 for every head you have.
For
Yeah.
each head beyond 1.
So you get 1 reaction plus 4.
So 5 attacks of opportunity.
Ooh.
I think, DM, you get 1 reaction. But
Yeah, but I can take.
One reaction, but that reaction is 5 attacks.
It's 5
Only-
attacks.
So you get...
only for opportunity attacks. So yes, I suppose so.
One of those hits.
1.
Crit. So that's 9 plus 6. It's damage. Oh, well, does the crit hit if you've got shield, making that 29?
Well,
Is
does
it
it
crit
crit
always?
just
It's still a crit. The crit hits. Yeah,
Crit always hits.
crit always hits.
Now I know that you can only get hit with crits, basically. Congratulations. I feel that if this were a game that issued like trophies, like in PlayStation things, you would get a trophy for
Yeah.
having
Unlucky gold
an
trophy. Yeah.
AC of 29. Alright. Anything else, Ramrod?
No, that'll do.
Graham's gonna go. Where's Graham gonna go? Here. And he's gonna try and go for the closest, most damaged looking head.
So they're all
He
focused
figures.
on Ramrod currently. But there is a soft undercarriage just before you.
Oh, okay.
Ashy, meaty.
is it looking a little bit, I don't know, starved? See a few ribs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fat. It's a underfed natural creature, is how you would. I
Keto
would
diet
describe
type thing.
Yeah. Graham's going to try and get between what he believes are ribs, and so
14 misses. Hard to judge when you're in the water and it's dark and
it's so much bigger than you, and you're
yeah,
tiny.
exactly. 24 hits though, and your swing back, you do get it. And you notice the blood comes flowing. 25 hits. 7.
And that's it.
You hear a huffing and a puffing. Wall may not consider me a hero, but I consider Thurwag Scalwat to be a hero among dwarves. Let me at the bastard. Who wants to control Thurwag?
I'll have a go.
We can't kill your NPC.
Oh, he's next. Oh no.
I can take it all. Throw it on me, good sir.
Have you got control of him?
I think. Yes.
You should, yes.
Yep. Hang on. Let's set that up. This trusty pickaxe. Okay, what else can he do?
Pickaxe of
That's about it. He's got his pickaxe. He can he can cast stone
I could have
or something like that.
Hey, stone dragon.
stone shape. What was stone shape?
No, no.
In the interest of keeping it going, Iris, you jump ahead of Thurwag in this instance because he's
Sure. Iris is going to look at the creature and move to this spot here.
to the sex.
Moving. Oh, sorry. Is this whole circle? Is this the mushroom thing?
Insect plague. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I guess she will cast. Let's see, she's going to cast Bane on the creature. So it needs to make a charisma saving throw. So it fails. Whenever you make a attack roll
Ooh.
or saving throw, you need to reduce that
1d4.
by a d4.
That is for
Everyone.
1 minute.
Yes.
Rounds.
And now she is going to go. She is going to take a step back and run away. Passes on.
Powering behind his huge physical form. Thurwag, what are you going to do?
Thurwag's gonna come through, and my axe, and then he's gonna, oops, where is it? Pickaxe.
15 hits. 17 hits.
15 hits. Another one. 9.
Thurwag at its ankles with his pickaxe. I'm a hero too! I'm a hero!
Sure.
Is it?
Unless you heal creature of stone. Attack takes an extra 1d8.
A creature of stone.
Yeah. Cool.
Bob's gonna pop over here. Say, duck, Graham.
Do you actually have to duck?
I don't know. Depends how low I throw. Or how badly I throw.
18 hits.
18.
$15.
Plus the 3. And would you say with the 10 feet push backwards he goes through both of the mushroom clouds? Or just one?
Want him to go 2?
Yep.
He goes through one of them. He passes into one of them, though.
It's on.
So moves into or within a space. So he will take 44 damage.
Got excited. I thought it was 44 damage.
I mean, you guys are doing well.
Hmm.
He's mocking us.
You've taken over. You've taken 2/3 of its health, basically.
It's beyond
More
blind.
Leave it up.
10 hits.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh. 15.
Yeah, not so nice.
Oh, opposite knife.
Okay. Well, done all I can, guys. And then duck back over here. Good luck.
Why does everybody run away?
Because we don't have 29 AC.
It was not my fault.
Yeah, push him back another 10 feet.
I got that wrong. Bob, you notice that you hit one of its heads and the head falls off.
Yay, victory! That's another one for Jafar.
And you're sort of, hey, yay! And then all of a sudden you just see it sort of heel over very quickly. 2 heads spout from that one stump.
Typical Hydra.
Oh dear. That's not normal.
I'll
It's
give
a
it more
single
reaction
turn,
opportunities.
Single turn.
I don't know what its movement is, but I was going to push
Sorry.
it back another 10 feet if that makes a difference to how far it can reach to get someone.
I'm just checking one thing. Yeah, that's the only time that's happened. Another 10 feet.
Yeah.
Well, it's got as many heads, so why not?
There. Alright. So it's now its turn.
And it moved close enough to destroy Throwback.
Ah, man, get me.
Does it get damage every time it moves in that?
No, I think it's just entering it and exiting it.
So,
What about the mushrooms or one pop and they're done?
The sphere's area is difficult terrain.
Phil's muted.
buddy.
But he's telling us something
It
very
is
interesting.
difficult terrain.
Phil,
It's there, so that means it can move.
you're muted, mate.
Still muted.
There. It's going to move to.
If you've muted
another-
yourself on Discord and it shows yourself as not muted, you may have to drop out and rejoin because it does that to me all the time when I try to hide my coughing.
You're doing a Charlie Chaplin.
So I believe I've just taken another D4. That's all. The funny thing about these heads,
Do you hear me now?
Yep.
Yep.
In here
Yep.
now.
Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah, no, I was saying the mushroom area, it doesn't disappear. It lasts for 60 seconds unless I dispel them.
Yeah.
They're difficult terrain, but the cloud disappears once it gets to my turn.
Yeah, so the cloud is still there.
Yeah.
The cloud is difficult terrain. You can only
No,
get to
no,
there.
no. I don't think the cloud is. I think it's
Fungus.
just.
That's what it
the-
says in
The finger insect plague. Sphere spreads around corners. The sphere
Oh,
remains
does it?
for duration. Slightly obscured. The sphere's area is difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
So he's still getting eaten alive by these locusts. But the funny thing about these heads is they're on the long end of long necks. And Ramrod,
locusts
you're
can
now
fly.
understanding that being within 10 feet of this guy from where you are now,
Mm.
and now that there are 6 heads, you're glad that you have your Shield of Faith up.
No, I'm not glad. I did it on purpose.
How lucky was that?
Thanks for trying. It's been
Snapping
nice.
away at you. Teeth, you can see like teeth shattering on the armor.
Oh shit.
My shovel and my whatever comfort.
Damn
me.
it. Literally any other one of you would be like a
Dead?
kill. Not a you would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all
I'm gonna leave this room.
the lowest of those is 19, goddammit.
Is that all you got?
It's the end of my
Yeah, it's plus. Yeah, you got +8. So, Jesus, you rolled well on
Ah.
everything.
Guys, I think we should leave.
No, we got this.
We should
Sort
we
of
should
as
leave.
as the last bite gets to you, Ramrod, you notice it sort of stumbled and it catches itself under its weight.
Oh.
It sort of just stumbles and catches itself.
So, did you go through? You entered the square just here? Because that would be a 2d4.
2d4. Yeah. I think I said that. Must have said that when you dropped out.
Yeah.
Did you roll it or not?
Oh no, I was waiting for you to.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Right. I was going to do either chill touch or poison spray. I'm not sure it's going to work too well because as soon as we kill another head, no one's going to go
Okay,
back.
don't. Yeah. Aim for the body.
Yeah.
Aim for the body. I'm
Go
going
for
to
the
use.
grenades.
I'm going to use a chill touch on it.
What happens if you chop off its tail? Is it then just
It's
unbalanced
just-
and it just goes face first into the ground? And it's just like,
You chop off its tail like 10 times in a row. It's got 10 tails and it's just back heavy and drags.
What about if you chop off its wheelie whacker? Hardy
I'm
hard.
assuming 18 hits. That does not hit for as much as I was hoping.
No.
Anyway. And Zom is going to move. Can I duck past Iris and Bob there? Up to here.
Sure, we're willing.
At the moment.
We will accommodate. Oh, that smell of fungus.
And
He's
that's all I can do.
slimy.
Ramrod.
So I will cast spiritual weapon and put the thingo to the side. But that's a miss, you said. So I'll just run at him and splash into the water. and swing. God, useless rabbit.
Misses. Both miss.
Big swing, no ding.
Cool. That'll do then. I'll stay there and just taunt from down at his legs. Can I kick him? Can I just kick him? Just for fun.
You can't just kick him.
What were the
You're up.
Just remind us what were on the 6 statuey things in that previous room?
2 dragons, 2 regal-looking humanoids, 2 giant jungle cats.
Hmm. 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 Graham's going to risk death itself.
Glorious sound.
There, all your attacks will be with disadvantage as you're deep in water.
You also flanking?
Don't think you could
Yeah, so
flank
just
a large
Okay.
beast like that.
Not with 6 heads. Yeah, it's not gonna get it.
That's probably fair.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Not flanking this thing.
Unless there was
Yeah.
7 of us.
Okay. Graham's going to go here then. Does Graham know the special word for his dagger?
He's not tried to decipher it before.
Yeah.
He
I don't
knows
even know
there's a small flame on it.
That's alright. He doesn't know anything about this because he hasn't spent time looking at it. In fact, he wants to stay as far away as he possibly can from this thing, so he's going to use his spear.
Misses.
Graham's
so big. Why do we keep missing?
Graham's tiny though. He's only just able to reach it
Doesn't
with the tip of
necessarily
his
mean
spear.
that you
Oh,
miss
my.
him. It just means that your impact, your
A
weapon
glancing blow.
doesn't appear to do any meaningful damage to
Yeah.
it.
I'm getting the same thing.
It hit him a hell of a lot.
And one more.
4 hits for 6. Yeah.
And Graham's just going to... No, he's going to stay there. No, he's going to move back. Is that only one attack of opportunity, right?
One attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
He has a reaction. That's 6 heads.
Yeah, you moved away, so that's going to be 6 bites, mate.
No, he didn't. Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not good. Holy
Would
hell.
Graham know that they are all going to attack?
It's seen it happen to Ramrod.
Ah, well, he wouldn't have moved, but Graham's dead.
He's not going to move now.
Not necessarily.
I'm going to move
Yes.
ever again.
Move into the
No,
digestion
he's-
tract
yeah,
of the hive.
what's your
And
AC?
move into the next life.
His AC is 18.
So what do we have
1,
there?
2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
So
That's-
that's now the crit.
Yeah, Graham's down.
It's down.
Is he down or is he dead?
He's
No, he's
face
not
down
dead.
in the water.
So he's got 45 hit points.
He's got 45.
Yes.
Well, not anymore.
Jesus. Yeah.
He used to.
Yeah. Black.
I think it's you as well, Mike.
It's you, Mike.
Is
Oh yeah, bloody hell. Okay. Oh no, GG.
So what was your AC there, Mike?
18.
Oh, I meant to be doing D4s, aren't I?
You were meant to be doing D4s, so take a D4 from all of those, please.
Thurwag dives in front of the Hydra, heads
So,
to save
15 your
Graham.
AC?
18.
18.
Miss! Miss!
So 3 of those miss. So the first one, second one, and the fourth one. So the 9, 12, and 8 miss.
9, 12, and 8. So what have we got? 24, 31. Ground's back up.
You're welcome.
What were you
Yeah,
rolling?
okay.
D10s.
Suddenly the cross disappears.
What was the D4 for? Was it Bane?
Bane, yeah.
What did the hex do?
Okay.
That just benefits me.
Okay.
So can't even.
Does the Bane negative undo a crit though?
It does not.
Yeah. Thurwag is going to jump into the fray once again. Seeing what the Hydra has just attempted to do to his somewhat friend. Swings with all his dwarven might.
And smashes
For a
into its
6.
foot.
His toe.
Iris.
Iris is going to peek out again into the room, see what's happening there. Still concentrating on her spell, as she's muttering under her breath. She is going to extend her hand and cast
Graham also should be.
Eldritch Blast twice at the creature. First one for 16 for 7 points of damage. And the second one for 23 at 8 points of damage. So the 2 Eldritch Blasts come spinning, twirling, twinning out and hit it. Just colliding with its, I guess, its back if it's aiming to. Who's it aiming kind of towards? Oh!
That still only counts as 1.
Me.
Did you want to say something, DM?
No.
Did you want to say?
No, we're good.
No, it just crumbled.
That was a big beast. I think he said he was going to say we level up.
Yeah, bastards don't fucking level up.
Because we're not powerful enough for these dungeons.
Fuck, man.
So as the creature falls, its legs just give way, the heads droop down. It just gives this kind of like sad sack look at Iris, like it was supposed to go different than this, and then it just collapses on itself.
The Eldritch
Ramrod
Blast
just keeps kicking in the leg.
And something flashes up and says, "Greater enemy felled," and then I get a ton of runes. I'm very happy.
Eldritch Blast hits and the Hydra head spins away. Well, you're probably wondering how I got into this place. Yep, that's me.
So,
Wow.
did not go as I had planned.
Now we dance.
See, guys, I knew we could do it.
We believed in you, Ramrod. I was right behind you this whole time.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
We
Many
believed in you, Ramrod.
So
We
many
were
things you guys
right
did then
here.
pushed me over. Bob pushing me away twice. That with the little comment, "Oh, for what it's worth, I'll just push you away just a little bit as well." Emmett, that pushes me out of range. Emmett, the one I can hit is the one with the AC that I can't hit. Emmett.
Check my friends.
My plan
Thought that
worked
math would fuck you
flawlessly.
over because you'd all be in a nice little bottleneck and I'd be able to just pick his all off.
Instead, we just sent out the tank and then all poked our heads around the corner, one by one.
Well, I was gonna ram through the wall. Next turn, I was charging through all of you to smash down that wall.
You would have pushed 20 feet away, you wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, true. Alright, well I can't have melee fighters fighting you guys anymore. I'll need to reassess my things. The beast vanquished. You can now see the full expanse of the cavern.
Hang on, before he didn't have any loot on him. Was there anything of a Hydra that we can...
Yeah, check the Hydra's pockets.
He was a
No.
beast.
Yeah,
A huge beast.
but things like
sitting-
beast teeth or...
You can try and do some dental work if you want.
No, well, just like in general, is there anything, you know, how we chopped up the dragon and every part of the dragon was used and so forth? Similar.
Jerky.
You guys have defeated a dragon, have you?
Well,
No,
we've heard of people who have defeated dragons
heard stories.
previously.
You've heard stories, yeah. I mean, you guys can try and butcher this in waist-deep water if you wish. Not sure what you're going to carry it out on or what you're going to do with it all, but
I would rather waste deep water than deep wastewater.
I'm here,
Is it an
sitting
just
here
like
waiting
the
to hear how
idea.
you guys propose this.
Is it
I
an
just like the
unlimited
idea
meat
of
source? Every head that we cut off, 2 grow back, and then we barbecue that first head, cut the next.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Do the heads get smaller and smaller? Does it like maintain the same mass, but it just like
Because
it would get front heavy?
You could definitely mess with that, I reckon.
Yeah.
Okay, the 763rd head grows. It's just-
And the Hydra collapses in on itself.
it looks like a head of hair on a mouse or something like that.
takes a reaction attack.
Still doesn't hit me.
700 times.
Make sure you drop your AC back down.
Okay.
Untick the box for now.
Alright.
Which way does this water look like it's flowing?
Alright, sorry, I'm just recovering from the mental blow.
I just like the
Nice.
idea of 5 of us just like being like, yay, loot, and we just run towards the body and start chopping it up all at the end. Like, the monster was.
Wait, did anyone get hit? Do we need to heal? Oh, no? No one got hit?
Oh yeah, Graham's kind of.
Oh, that's right, I'll give you a hit.
That's
Got a
the
little
worst. That's the worst thing you have ever heard of Graham. Your luck that thing was temporarily debilitated.
Yeah, Graham would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Graham.
Thanks, Aris.
You're and she just is like looks at cannot believe your attitude right now and just walks off.
Alright, so you can now sort of see a bit
terrible.
around you. The water is sort of. It looks to be sort of waist to shoulder deep. It doesn't look like it gets too deep as you sort of are walking through it. There's several waterfalls now that you sort of stop and pause and look. You get a bit further in, you can kind of see the back of the cavern now, and they're quite decent flow of water. Like, you know, these are quite big waterfalls, and there's quite a few of them around. It's strange though, because you'd think with all of this water coming into the cave, that water level would be rising. It's now apparent to you that there must be some egress into a deeper cave or a cavern from this one.
But done enough swimming, really.
Zom's going to power on forwards.
Zom, you're walking through this area here, and there's quite a lot of, rock and hydra shit floating on the bottom of the water, and
Floating on the bottom of the water.
floating on the bottom of the water. It's like low floating. Those kind of turds. Can you just roll a
Neutral buoyancy.
Yeah. Roll a what?
perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Perception turd.
Just notice at the back of the cave, water kind of has a faint glow to it.
A little bit brown.
Hey, Iris, do you want to come over here for a minute? If you can't wade through the water, you can jump on my back and I'll carry you through. But I think there might be something over here.
1 second. I'm just waiting for Graham to finish drinking this fast so she can take it back.
Oops. Sorry. Yep. Thanks, Iris.
Oh, by the way,
Sad mouse again.
did you also take the 7 hit points from before?
The 9?
So-
Sorry.
The 7.
Oh, was it? I thought it was-
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is 9 actually.
No.
What is it, Dom?
I think there's something up here. I'm not quite sure. I figured your ability to see things that aren't quite there might come in useful.
Eldritch Sight DM. Do I see anything around here?
Do not see anything around there. All you see is the faint light that's sort of an underwater light Zom was pointing to. And you sort of look at it for a while and you notice the surface of the water near there. Though it was hard to make out initially, like, that water's moving different to the rest of the water, and then you sort of think, well, there's always this shit about the maelstrom and whirlpools and stuff, and you look at it and you're like, yeah, okay, there's a whirlpool on the top of the water, a maelstrom, and you think back to like back in the orphanage when you'd have a bath and you'd pull the plug out, and the water would swirl down on the drain.
But there's a light coming up from it. Is that what
There's a light coming up from what would be the base of the whirlpool. There's sort of like a faint luminous glow in that sort of general area. The surface of the water.
Hey, Zom,
No.
stick your head under the water and have a look. Right here.
Why don't I wild shape into?
Fish.
Can I be a fish? Hang on, let me have a look.
That is an excellent idea. Zom, fish it up.
Actually do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Guts. Viscera. Yuppie.
Fourth level, you can.
Yeah, I can go into
any
one and a
beast
half.
who has a challenge rating of half or lower.
Yeah. There, a koi prawn.
Carp.
That's in the list.
I am not a shrimp. I am a king prawn.
Koi prawn. To turn yourself into a koi prawn.
Yeah. All right. Why the hell not?
You can
Why
do
not?
that.
Koi prawn.
It has a challenge rating of a half.
Mhm. All right.
Would be something that you could do. So you are now a koi prawn.
Excellent.
Think of the prawn.
I would like to stay as this for the remainder of the campaign. Actually, there's a point. What is it? An hour? I think it's an hour.
You quadruple in size.
It's
A
not
large
gargantuan. Is it? Oh,
No, it's large.
Now you can't put your head underwater because you're too big.
Yeah, you guys are standing there, and all of a sudden, this giant prawn appears.
is it say? Oh, large beast.
A large beast.
Bloody hell. Okay, I didn't expect a half challenge rating to be a large beast.
You turn into a fish.
Yeah.
Is he
A
now
challenge rating
asphyxiating?
I
of
figured.
0.
I figured I'd use the list. Oh, there's an eel. What about a space eel?
Space
That's a small beast.
Gargantuan eel.
It's a small beast, a space eel.
Space eel.
Um, No, if you're happy with just fish, then yeah.
Fish. The fish has a small a trunk, basically, like a
Fish.
protrusion on the front of its nose.
Goblin shark.
I can't picture any. I can't name any fish that look like that, but it has a.
I mean, an anglerfish that's just like
Yeah.
an extreme version of it or something like that. But yeah,
Less
all right,
less
cool.
intimidating looking though. It doesn't have the.
Oh yeah, definitely less intimidating.
It's like a friendly
Ah.
fish.
Cool.
And you swim
Right.
up to there, and you can you indeed see a.
Well, basically,
hole.
I was going to go
Hole in
into
the
the
cavern.
hole. I was going to go into
Swim
the hole.
into the hole.
Yep.
Give me a strength check. Well, you're a fish, so roll me a d20.
Give me a strength check. Nah, you're a fish.
You're a fucking fish.
You want to swim into the hole or out of the hole? Away from the hole.
Well, I'm not in the hole yet.
Do you
If
wanna
there's a
swim-
light, coming from in the hole, then it's likely
it?
that there's something at the other end.
You want to try and swim away from the, because you're a fish swimming into a whirlpool.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm gathering that you're trying to urge me away from the.
Oh, I don't know. Are you gonna swim? If you're a fish, you're swimming into the whirlpool.
Well, yeah. The
Trying-
idea was that I swim into it, and as a fish, I don't drown. If there's a hole that's far deeper or longer than I was expecting.
You're trying. Are you? So now you've had a look. You've seen the hole. Happy? Are you going to try and swim away from the whirlpool
No, I'm going to go into it.
to it? So you feel the weight of it, like the pool suck you in. You eventually through a hole that's about 1.5 meters wide.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what happens because I want to see what the rest of the people do.
I just look around. And did anyone see where that went? Where did Zom go?
Zom, who's Zom?
Sorry, can I just say that before that I would have said I would have told you
Toodaloo.
what I was doing. Yeah. I'm going to go and have a look.
I would have said bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
I wonder where that Zom did go.
But if I'm not back in 20 minutes, that should make it 5 minutes.
This way.
Assume the worst. Plant a fungus for me.
That harvested.
Cast a fishing rod into the whirlpool.
Should we follow where Zom went, everyone?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
I mean, did you want to stay here, Graham? And
I'll
I
keep
drowned
watch.
last time I went underwater.
Oh yeah, that.
oh, Ramrod, you'll be fine. Stop complaining.
Sorry,
No,
just
you make a good point. Let's go.
just quickly. The reason for doing this, while I didn't actually explicitly say it out loud, I would have said something to you along the lines of, allow me to investigate, stay here until I get back, unless it's been longer than 5 minutes or so,
Okay.
and then assume the worst.
It's been 5 minutes. We assume the worst.
I hope he's fighting like some sort of Hydra matriarch by himself, because that would be fantastic.
Mm.
But I guess we'll wait 5 minutes and we'll wait and see.
It was a female
And
Hydra.
Gives you time to investigate the other bits of the surrounding area. It looks like this
Yeah,
goes off to
in-
the right, or is that just the edge of the map?
the edge of the map.
Uh,
Is there anything else here, DM, for us to investigate that we may have missed?
Guys have had while Zom's farting around and whatever he's doing, you guys are sort of walking around, looking around, trying to work out what's going on. And it's just a cave, like a cavern full of crystal clear water, small fish, these small creatures.
I want to go back and I want to look at these statues down here. Now, from memory, and I cannot go further up because I think we started with. Yeah, they're all gone. There was a creature fighting a multi-headed beast. There was a creature.
Me to put him back in?
Sure. There was fighting a giant multi-headed beast, which we've done. There was rescuing a family of lizard folk from what seems to be a flood. I think we've done that. Maybe we're not. Maybe we haven't.
I don't believe
Standing
it.
between a jaguar and a smaller lizard folk, I would say we probably did that with Thurwag. Tending to a wounded lizard folk, I'm sure at some point someone's done that. Rambo and Zalm are quite adept at healing. Offering food to an emaciated-looking figure.
Uh,
The chief looked pretty hungry.
Done the next map.
I don't know what he had. But a king is sitting in front of a stone wall, small as if children playing at his feet. That was definitely the children with us fucking about at the thing.
did we, with the food, you brought back bits of the hunter, right?
Yeah,
the chief,
I've been eating that. Yeah.
the chief looked pretty hungry, and we gave him goblin foie gras.
Claim it.
I mean, do you want some roasted and plated roasted dickette? I've still got some in my inventory. I've got about 2 pounds left.
Still got crab meat.
The crab meat from several months ago.
Yep, sealed in a jar.
It's been like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, right?
Still not good for
Crab meat's bad after a few hours.
Yeah.
Bob's like, I thought that smell was Zom, but he's gone, and I can still smell something. Ugh.
That crab mate's so bad that it's spawned other crabs.
Just frantically trying to add the next map on because I realised that.
So did you
uploaded it.
were you so ill prepared because you expected us to not get any further than the Hydra?
No. I have it all ready to go. I just was like, oh, where's the map? Because I'd been tidying up the stuff.
That Hydra battle's good for at least 15 rounds.
I did think that would be 2 sessions worth of fighting. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, I'll just show Phil what he can see, and I was like, oh fuck, the hell's the fucking hunting map? Do continue to discuss the statuettes and the like whilst I
Oh, hang on. Are you sending me a private message or something? No,
I am frantically trying to
because I
load
won't.
a map.
I won't see it in that other chat that we had because that was pre-Facebook. Unless we've messaged Suits.
No, I'm not trying to send you a private message. I'm trying to find one.
Also, so am I going to miss like the next few weeks of the campaign or something, or?
I'm not here next week or the week after.
So next week is the last session that I can do for 2 weeks.
I'm in Port Douglas until the 6th.
Did you say you can't do next week, Ian?
Yeah, next week and the week after.
I'm away the next week. Well, this will be our last session for. I mean, we can do next week.
I probably would like to have next week off.
Okay.
Even though I don't technically have anything on the night, on the Wednesday night, I have shit on for the rest of the week and probably need a night away.
Okay. Well, are you guys happy to maybe just do like another 10, 15 minutes tonight, just so we can get through a little bit to a nice sort of endpoint? Is that all right? Otherwise,
suppose so.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Let's do it.
And the map. Cool. Phil, you see this don't metagame. I see what you're saying now. I
Yeah.
can start a new chat with you.
You'll
now,
have to start a new one, yeah.
Graham messages on, what do you see? And he hears back.
Fish stuff.
You are in the bottom left of it. So, Graham Zom has disappeared. Guys are floating around the place, waist deep in water. Guys went back to the other room to get the statue, talk about the statues, discussed how they potentially represent other things that you have done.
That's right. I feel like there's a connection here.
It does sound that way. Look that way.
Thurwag looks around. It looks at where Zom went. Looks at Bob. Going to go after Zom.
Hasn't been 5 minutes yet.
Wow! I've done
Guys,
surface.
We've lost him forever.
I'm chasing Thurwag. We've lost Zom. We've lost Thurwag.
So,
That's my only way home, right?
just in the event that it is a deadly trap, everyone's just throwing themselves into it. Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. It's been 5 minutes.
Yep.
Assume the worst after it's been 5 minutes, therefore follow.
Yep.
That's right.
We could be in great
Gotta
peril.
rescue our Loxodon friend.
Jump.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's all viscera in the water. Ew.
Yeah. There's still quite a lot of blood, Hydra blood, and shit.
Haven't we been mashing it up? So
Suspended poo.
yeah.
I mean, at the deepest point in this area here, the water would be about a meter 20 deep.
Graham is swimming. Okay, Graham's going to be hopping along on these little bits of.
Oh, I'm jumping on the rocks.
Frolics along from stone to stone.
Quickly though, if the
Fair
Hydra hadn't
jump.
eaten in a while, there actually probably wouldn't be that much poo around. And in particular, it would
Maybe
be
it's old poo though.
really old, yeah.
Maybe it's been eating
I mean,
its poo from before.
Say when the last adventurers
Yeah.
came through.
The poo is actually on its 60th cycle.
Around. Yeah.
There's Bear Grylls in
Just
it.
to say when the last group of adventurers went through. So you guys are all now sort of standing there.
Looking at
You
our
can all
sundials.
Touch the bottom. Iris, it's hard for you to kind of touch the bottom though, and you're feeling the flow of the whirlpool sort of trying to pull you around.
Alright.
Jump in the middle.
Go down.
So you're jumping.
no, cool.
All going through.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
what
we'll go
feels like 5 minutes.
I'll go first.
So sliding through the stone tunnel, there is a peacefulness of the nothingness that flows, devoid of sensory stimulation. It reminds you of when you were pulled through the maelstrom after the sinking of the Manatee. The amphibian seems so distant now. You recall the comfort you found in his steady, firm charm. Passage through the stone tunnel is brief, maybe 30 seconds before you plunge into the depths of a pool, about 5 foot deep. You find yourself in a dimly lit cavern with an unknown source of light. And I'll just drag you guys on.
Can we see the whole map?
If you're on the camera.
Probably should make you reveal areas, but given where bit of through this bit so we don't have it in like a month's time.
I suppose everyone can see me now, can they?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay. I realised I had a weird permission thing going on.
I can.
I mean, I can see you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nothing's changed. Is it because I can't see
No.
Mike or Simon still? No.
I still
We
can't see
don't
it.
have any hair.
What?
So,
What the oh, shit!
No, still can't see you.
Yeah, okay.
so the
weird.
water plunges down into this plunge pool you guys are in, so it sort of spits you out into this area here. Dom, are you
Now-
still a fish, or have you changed?
Yes,
back to
I am
Dom?
still a fish, and I'm fishing all the way around the canal, the channels that I can.
So you sort of swim up to here, and it sort of here it gets rocky and shallow. Probably wouldn't think that your small fish form be able to get through this rocky area too well.
Sorry, where exactly?
This area here. So sort of.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I'll just draw the general flow. So for you, the flow is coming out this way here. And there's a plunge here in the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have just jumped through, and then there's a flow going this way. And the flow shallows up here, so there's rocks and stuff here. That would be, you wouldn't think that your small, delicate, fishy form would take too well to swimming over all those nasty-looking rocks there.
Rightio.
Does this seem familiar based on when I was looking down the little hole?
The light is very similar.
What those? If this has anything to do with rescuing a family of lizard folk from a flood? But there was water in the previous room as well, wasn't there? Hmm.
And Ramrod drowned in water as well. We saved Ramrod from a flood. We've saved a family.
Hmm. It's an interesting point, actually.
Could argue we've saved everyone.
Hmm.
Gents, what are we going to do? We explore this
Uh,
cavern, or shall we just sit here and soak?
Let's go over here.
Jesus, Thurwag, it's been like 8 seconds. Just relax.
This guy, honestly.
All right, Zom's going to go over this way. Going to go over this way here, and I'm going to try and jump out of the water and mid-air change back to my normal form.
Dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Oh, hang on. I want to see you jump, dude.
Probably it's athletics.
Out of the
Sure.
water. I'm a fish.
Are you big
Yeah.
fat fish or are you
You're
a little
like a-
I
athletic
think-
fish?
Silver
Big fat
carp?
fish. A big
Like,
fat
you're
fish
trying
would be
to-
stronger.
You're trying to show off doing this, aren't you?
I
No,
think
no,
you're
no.
trying to nail the landing as well.
I'm trying to like a penguin, how they sort of fly out of the water, but mid-air just change back to my normal form. So I just land delicately on the ground.
I just imagine like your legs are like he's really trying to run while he's midair and he just lands like sideways, head first, sliding along the ground because he's a fish. His head's at the front, his legs are at the back.
Yeah, no, you can do. You can do that. Fair enough. Whatever.
Rule of cool.
And you guys
Good.
watch random fish jump out because I don't know if you actually saw
Performance
what
check.
it turned into. I was going to get you to do an acrobatics check, but it's fine.
Maybe I turned into a salmon.
Nice.
So you're now on
understand.
dry land there, Zom, and
Yep.
you're in an underground cavern that has the life, like there's plant life around, and it kind of seems out of place, natural. Wouldn't have expected to be so much plant life here, but there's an aura in this area here. There's just something something about this cavern that you're in now. Ahead of you here, the path leads that way. There's this area here looks interesting. Right ahead of you.
I will
Over here.
perceive the area around me, and I will draw a breath deep and try and look hard.
Interesting fungus around, that's for sure. I wish
Am
you'd studied your book a bit more, but you haven't, so
Yeah.
maybe it.
It's not like I forget it or anything. Oh, I forget I'm carrying my book.
It's a very wet book, by the way.
It's wrapped in waterproofed leather.
There's some carvings ahead of you. This wall here.
So
It's big. Whole 15 foot of wall. You can just reach the top of it.
Okay.
It's carved. There's sort of moss and vines covering it, and you sort of start to flick them away just to sort of get a bit of a feel, and it looks
gently. It's
yeah,
moss.
you're gently doing it. Yeah, you sort of lick it a bit, and you just there's a few words that you can make out, and you sort of lick your hand and just sort of rub over it to try and make it a bit clearer, and you see the word larch.
See the word what?
Larch.
Larch.
And you
red.
It's in the
larch.
tree.
you spit on your hand a bit more, and you move away a bit more, and you sort of go a bit more to the right, and there's another word here. And you sort of scrape away at it, see the word, and you're like, oh, that's a familiar word to me.
Hmm.
Heard of that, and you scrape away a bit more, and there's some mountains that are carved, and a big forest, and there's sort of these other mountains, and then you see this word carved there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know these words, and you keep now you're sort of like, these are names, these are places. You frantically started carving away, sort of scraping away at now. Your regard for potentially damage what lies underneath appears, and you see this word carved. You see this word carved.
Am I looking at a map?
Ah.
I am.
And then you see down, like you've sort of cleared away a lot of it, and then a bit more down the bottom, and you peel that bit away, and you see like quite ornately carved.
How's the wall never... We didn't ask of any of these names, did we?
Maybe
What do you
the
mean?
acolytes never got this far.
You know how we asked about where Faerun was, and the wall was like never heard of it, and just talked about the world that was.
Yeah.
But maybe if we'd asked, have you ever heard of Neverwinter? He would have said, "Oh yeah, there's a bloody map downstairs, bro."
If
World
only.
that was.
If only. Could you, Dom? You're the only one looking at this at the moment. Could you do a history check for me?
You mind if
Yep.
I might just alert everyone of where I am and that I'm looking at something interesting and that they should come over this way. History.
You're whispering them to me, but just so everyone knows, he's rolled really
Oh,
badly.
sorry. Yeah. No, it's a
It's a secret history check.
Yeah.
What you looking at there, Zom?
I believe I've found some kind of map, but
Oi!
this map is interesting
Fairwag.
because look at the names here.
They all look very familiar.
Do you recognise any of those?
Scrape.
I
Fairwag, does
recognise
this look
those
familiar?
names.
Home.
Thurwag looks at it and he goes, "Strange looking geography on this land. Looks water deep. Alhol. This is a strange foreign land.
This is
The
no foreign
world
land,
was.
Thurwag.
This is the world.
You
that
live in
was.
a strange foreign land, buddy.
Thurwag, I'm not quite sure how to say this. Well, actually, I'm quite sure how to say this. This is where we're from.
This is home.
You see him just pause and. From the world that was.
Yeah. Didn't we mention that before? I mean,
This is a
we
map.
the wall.
This is a map
Oh.
of where we are from.
This world still is, right?
I have just there's so many questions for you that I'm a bit lost for words at the moment. This is your home here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Look down here. It says, it points to
Wait.
sort of where it says the world that was. That it's clearly like it's sort of like in a bit of a shape around it. You know, it looks like it's the title of the map. World that was.
Yeah,
It's
we
your
left here 3
And,
weeks ago.
Zom
Never-
just
Neverwinter.
quickly. Can Zom just quickly carbon date the map?
Yes, you can do a. Given you're a stone carver by trade,
Ooh, yes, very good point. Yep.
yes, you can do a. I'll let you do a nature check on it with advantage.
Anyway, how old is this map?
This looks a very
In
ancient.
your reckoning?
Look
Like
at the
10
chisel work
years?
here. It's
15 years?
10 or,
Oh,
10 or
no,
15,000
it's,
years.
No, Graham, this
Very
map
old.
is it's probably not quite that old, but it's a very old map. This is
Oh, if you look
This-
here at the chisel markings and how the plants have eroded on the edge here, I put it at least 10,000.
I still
long are
think you might be overestimating that slightly, but yeah, it's many thousands of years old.
10,000.
Many thousands of years old. Yes, we'll agree on that at least. Many thousands of years old.
That's pretty old.
Yes, this is a very, very interesting find.
Does it look like the Faerun that we just left? Do all the towns look familiar?
Do a
So,
history check.
Iris brings up a pretty interesting point.
Damn it, Iris. Hey, you can have inspiration, Ian. Neverwinter isn't on the map. Fine. Neverwinter isn't there.
Oh,
And on that point, you notice that Neverwinter isn't there. You think,
That's-
ooh, that's where Neverwinter should be, yet there's no town there.
Never was a.
just always is no. It's called Always Summer.
And you notice that the spelling
It's
of
always
some of the
summer on the
towns
sort of
is
coast, yeah.
not how you would normally notice that they're spelt, and there's some other towns on there that aren't there anymore. I think, guys, it's a bit weird. Like it's ancient, sort of.
Could be old.
Mm,
Could be old.
You
Yes, this
recall
is very
on
old,
that on that roll, you recall some of the texts from your monastery referred to some of they were pretty old, like they were several thousand years old, translated a few times. But the spelling of the names of the places in those texts correlate to the spelling of some of the places on here. That spelling has now changed and is sort of modernized. So you now think that, okay, yeah, this is a pretty old map.
Is there anything? Is it just a map? Like, have we uncovered the extremities of the map? And
You've covered the whole map. It's not just the Sword Coast. It goes down to your home the southern area of Faerun, Zom, that you recognise. It's quite a big map. So
what do you?
let's keep pushing on.
Oh,
Come back to this. I'll come back to this.
It's the biggest find we found yet. But yeah, all right, we'll come back to this. Say, should we do this? Let's advance now, and then it fades to black.
It doesn't fade to black just yet. Do you guys want it to fade to black?
I'm done. If you guys want to keep going.
Yeah, we should probably get to bed.
Oh, you're so close to. Okay.
I had a pretty long 72 hours, and I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it. We'll leave it there.
Sorry.
Okay, now that's fine. That was a pretty good fade to black there.
We
So
weren't even supposed to be this far yet. We were
We're
still
supposed to
supposed
be
to
an
be
extra level up.
halfway through a
Yeah,
Hydra.
Yeah, it's supposed to be level 6.
next Wednesday,
We're supposed to be mourning a PC death right now.
you're supposed to be frantically trying to cast those Revivify scrolls you've got.
What?
So Wednesday the 26th is out. The 2nd is out, and the 9th is out. So our next session will be the 16th of November.
Oh my
so
God.
a month.
Oh my god.
What am I going to do on a Wednesday?
Everything.
When do you guys? Oh, it's free on Saturday night.
Nah.
Nah,
I
I'm
had
actually
18th
just
birthday.
talking to my mate at the moment about going out on Saturday night.
No, that's fine. We'll pick it up in a month's time. Do you leave for Port Douglas? Ian?
Wednesday.
Friday night or Sunday night? We would
Yeah.
need about another half an hour.
No.
Okay,
That's
that's
too
fine.
late for me, sorry.
I've got so much work to do before I go.
We'll finish it there. Shall pick it up. We get back from our respective holidays in a month or
Something to look forward to.
you
The
guys have
unknown.
just, discovered the world that was.
Did a really good summary, so I can look back on what we did tonight.
Oh, you guys broke my Hydra.
Shouldn't have made it so breakable.
Bring more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 Hydras.
That was only the little one.
Yeah. I have 70 more.
It's going to be a Draco Hydra.
Yes.
Mecha Hydra.
Is a challenge rating 11.
No.
Sounds good.
Then you just got a normal Hydra, which is challenge rating 8 instead.
4.
Draco Hydra is basically Tiamat or Tiamat, whatever it is.
Well, if it is, then it's not a DC 11.
Oh, I mean, it's
11.
not actually Tiamat. It has multiple dragon heads, so it can do dragon breath things and bite.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
It's basically a Hydra with ranged attack. A high AC.
Not ranged attack.
That's important. Can you get little wings as well?
Can fly. So
Yeah. Right. I've got Hold Your Children Close and Pray for Oblivion loaded up, ready to go, so I'm going to go onto that.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent.
Night.
Right, I will see you guys later.
is in
No worries.
a few weeks. Enjoy your holiday,
in a bit.
Ian.
Thanks, lads.
Congratulations again, Ian.